we are going to talk about security once again. If none of you have heard of a SIM pin, S-I-M-P-I-N, a SIM pin is a little known security feature that not many people talk about. My wife and I and our daughter have a pin for our SIM cards, but outside of our home, I've never heard anybody, not one person, not even in articles, online stuff, YouTube, the carriers inside of the stores, never heard anybody say anything about a SIM pin. And it just popped into my head, light bulb, that the SIM pin is a very, very useful tool that can just add to the amount of security measures that you take that will make it that much harder for a bad guy, a scammer, a criminal to wreak havoc in your phone. Now, SIM pin, what does it protect you from? A SIM pin protects you, and I'll tell you how to get there in your phone. A SIM pin protects you from a SIM swap. A SIM pin will, your phone, if somebody physically gets a hold of your phone, they will ask you, I'm sorry, I'm not even thinking. If somebody gets a hold of your phone and they try to put their SIM card, whether it be a physical nano SIM or an eSIM, even if you try and change it, like you go from AT&T to Mint Mobile, even if you change it in your phone, it'll ask you for a PIN. Now, you can put the SIM card, the new SIM card in there, but it'll ask you for the PIN or the pattern. Now, if you, let's say a bad guy gets a hold of your phone, he takes your SIM card out, he tries to put his SIM card in there, even if it's the same carrier, even if it's a T-Mobile SIM to another T-Mobile SIM, it'll still ask you for a SIM PIN. Now, if a bad guy gets a hold of your phone and he tries to put his SIM card in there, boom, it will, excuse me, it will ask you for the PIN. Now, if you do not put the correct PIN in your device when you change a SIM card, it will not accept the SIM. Now, obviously, it'll go in your phone. It's not like your SIM won't go in there. I'm talking electronically. It won't use the data on your SIM card to acquire carrier services, meaning data, talk, text, all that stuff. Nothing will work. The SIM will go in there, but you won't get anything. And the same thing with an eSIM. If you erase the current eSIM that's in a phone, it'll ask you for a PIN. If you try to add a new eSIM in your phone, it'll ask for a PIN or a pattern. It's just an extra security feature that nobody talks about that is very important. Again, adds an extra layer of protection, and I wouldn't have the same PIN or pattern as your lock screen, because if, let's just say somebody's watching you at a restaurant, they see you put in your pattern or your 11111 code, then they can change the SIM and put in your 11111 code. I would have it different, obviously something you remember, but I would definitely have it different. Just in case somebody does steal your phone, you just make it that much easier for somebody to, wreak havoc or have access to your device. It also mainly protects against the SIM swap, where somebody can get a hold of your phone number, and this is usually done internally, right? They usually have your average scammer or beginner scammer is not going to know how to do a SIM swap, and they're not going to have the tools and or software to perform a SIM swap. SIM swaps require internal servers from the carrier, meaning they have to physically access and or bribe somebody at a T-Mobile store, AT&T store, Verizon. Somebody physically has to log in with their credentials and then go in and change the phone number from one device and put it on your device. The key to the story is always use a SIM pin, because if you have a SIM pin, it can't do that. Because every time it either gets wiped or you add one, any change, you have to have a passcode. Now, if they have your passcode, they can do it. But most of the time they're not. They're like on the other side of the world, or they're not nowhere close to you. So add a SIM pin, go to settings, and this is for any Android device, I think even iPhone, but definitely Android. Go to settings, and my Samsung, it's settings, connections, and then go to SIM, and then more SIM settings, and you'll see it right there. Or just go to your settings app and just simply type SIM, SIM. It'll take you to the SIM card settings in your settings app, and you'll see. Or you can search for SIM pin in your Android device in your settings app, and it'll lead you right to it. So sorry I made a fool of myself, but you know what I was trying to say. I know what I was trying to say, I just couldn't say it. But anyways, I'm home, and I will check out next time. But it's very important to put a SIM pin, and don't forget it, but put a SIM pin and store that password somewhere where you won't forget it. So all right, y'all, peace out.